Hi, I'm Gwen Foster. Lindsay also asked me what to do to be healthy on vacation, and that is also a great question because it's summer, people are going on vacation, and it is hard to be healthy on vacation because that's when people tend to just do whatever, and they just totally kind of scrap their good things they do at home. And I get it. I get that it's hard. But what I'll say is, when I first got into health, I was doing the blood type diet, and for 6 months, if it said no black olive or no avocado, which are both avoids for blood type O, I didn't eat a bite. And I felt great. I felt wonderful. And my sister lost like over 60 pounds in the same 6 months, but just not eating avoid foods. Well, anyway, we had this bright idea once we got well and she got skinny that we would just do this Monday through Friday. We would just do blood type foods Monday through Friday, and on the weekends kind of eat whatever. And about a month later, we're like comparing notes, and we're like, we're feeling pretty crappy on the weekends, because we're drinking alcohol and we're eating pasta or stuff that we weren't supposed to eat. And then we started realizing this is dumb. Why are we're doing this and feeling bad? We feel great Monday through Friday when we were working together, but we felt like terrible on the weekends. And then Monday was kind of, okay, get back on track and go the next week. So what I tell people is, it's, kind of pick your battles. And there's always ways to work around something. Like what I'll say is that when I go on vacation, and let's say it's a cruise, there's always good options and then there's not good options on a cruise or in any hotel in the world. It's about doing those things, but I'm going to give you my tips. First of all, I tell people when they go on vacation, enjoy your vacation. Splurge a little bit, but not to the point of total demise with your stomach. If you have stomach issues, don't go eat everything you're not supposed to eat and then suffer. That's just stupid. But what if you can have, there's always things that are there that you can have that you can work around, like maybe a steak versus a burger. A steak at least doesn't have the bread if you have a bread issue or whatever. One of the things that people kind of tend not to do on vacation is they don't drink enough water. So water is super important, and it's important to have good quality water. I'll do a whole separate video just on water. If you drink a lot of water, you're already helping yourself. You're helping your body eliminate the things that you've put in your body. It helps flush everything through. It makes the transit time much faster, so it's not affecting you so long. So water is a good option. When I travel, I take always Tonic Alchemy in my suitcase. Tonic Alchemy has been my friend like forever. It's a green powder that has 91 green things in it, including the super green foods like chlorella, blue-green algae, spirulina, that kind of stuff. But it also has like artichokes, asparagus, broccoli, all that stuff in there. And one scoop is giving you more nutrition than probably anything else you're going to eat that whole day. So if you are, like when I go to hotels and conferences, my energy has to be up. And when I go to Peaceful Meadow Retreat, their food there is delicious and is very healthy, so I don't have to worry about it there. But if I went to like a conference in San Diego and I'm in a typical Marriott or something like that, I have to have something with me. I have even had fresh squeezed juices delivered. I don't know, that doesn't work for everybody, but I have done that. I have been somewhere, had juice delivered the day I arrived, so at least I had things that were really good and healthy. But let's say you're not that far out than I am, then you can do something simple like Tonic Alchemy and do 1 or 2 scoops a day, put in a water bottle, and drink your nutrition so that when you eat a piece of pizza or a hot dog or something like that, that you've got the nutrition in you first. And there was a woman, I don't remember her name now, but she was over 100 years old. She was a gypsy, like a real gypsy, and she was a person who healed dogs for very famous people around the world. And she said my favorite statement about this. She said, you should be healthy and try to be healthy and make all the attempts you can, but you should also be able to have a beer and a hot dog without suffering. If you go to a ball game or a concert, you should be healthy enough that you can have that, and you don't want to be guilty and blame yourself and feel bad about it. Eat the hot dog and have the beer and enjoy it. But if you know that you're going to suffer from that beer, beer doesn't work for you because it would make you too bloated, then choose another drink. A lot of people will kind of make fun of me, my friends do, because I'm the one that'll go to a restaurant and get a tequila shot, or I'll have a tequila martini because I don't do very well with sugar. But if I have that tequila, it makes me happy. There's no sugar involved, and it's not bad for me. It's okay for my blood type. So I can have like an agave tequila or agave syrup or something like that, and I'm okay. So just choose something else. If wine is okay for you but beer isn't, then go with wine. If vodka is okay with you but beer and wine aren't because of the sugar content, then do a vodka soda even on vacation. So I'm not saying go out there and drink the whole fifth of vodka, but I am saying that you can enjoy yourself and you can make choices that work, that are not going to put you in bed. And I know for me, I work with a lot of people that have chronic illness and like, serious complex disorders, and they can feel good, like start feeling good, and then like have like a half a pizza and just crash because there's nothing on that pizza that's good for them. The wheat's not good, the cheese isn't good, and tomatoes aren't good if you're blood type O. So that's not worth it. Don't eat that pizza. But they can have a hamburger steak, and maybe they can have french fries, or maybe they can have something else. So like I said, pick your battles. Take at least one nutritious thing with you. This is easy to pack, and this is a month supply. So even if you're out of town for a month, or 2 weeks, 1 week. I know people that travel to Egypt and countries where it's known to kind of get sick, like dysentery and E. coli and food poisoning. I know people that literally take their own suitcase of food. And I'm not talking about fancy organic food. I'm talking about almond butter that they take on trips to places like Africa, India, Egypt, to avoid being sick. Now that's a whole nother story. If I was going to go to India today, I did go to Africa and get sick myself a long time ago. If I was going to go to India today, you bet I would have my own suitcase of food. I would have my own things that I can go to so that I have something to eat, because I'm not going to trust. I also went to Tulum a long time ago and got very sick, because you have fresh fruits and vegetables, but they're washed with contaminated water. And a lot of times, you don't know. Like when you go somewhere, it could be sewer water. It could be something that's totally not chlorinated or filtered water system. So you do have to be careful. But also on that subject, when I travel, I have a few remedies that I take with me. One of them is like a probiotic. One of them is a remedy for dysentery, and another one, well, you could take several things like ipecac or something like that. But if you're going on a trip, you may want to contact me. Let me know where you're going, because sometimes a bottle of ionic silver can save you in a trip where if you're kind of prone, especially to going out of town, and you have stomach problems or things tend to just go wrong with you. Contact me first. Tell me where you're going, and I can suggest a little care package that you put in your suitcase. Because I know it sounds silly, but I take Arnicare gel with me on trips. I take a stomach remedy on trips, and I don't even have stomach issues. It's just that I know that when you're dealing with bacteria that you're not used to, that it's nice to have. Because have you ever been in Jamaica or somewhere and trying to find a health food store? Forget it. It's not going to happen. So, and the resort that you might go to isn't going to have those kind of things in their gift store. It's always better to be prepared. And a lot of times I don't use them. They just sit in my suitcase. But that's okay, because I have been on trips where I didn't need them, but someone with me did. And our trip could have been different or ruined had I not had what I needed to help them feel better. I remember also I was on a cruise and I had taken ginger for my friends who got seasick. I didn't get seasick, but I knew they did. Well, I'm the one that ended up fracturing my wrist on this trip, and I was popping ginger, every few hours. I never took a painkiller. I never took an anti-inflammatory, because ginger does those things. So I don't always take ginger with me on trips. I'm just saying that if you have a few basic things with you, that it can make your trip much better, for depending on where you're going, if you're going domestically, if you're going somewhere else. But basic nutrition, enjoy what you're having, but don't binge on things that are problems for you. Another thing I'll say is, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're really, been working really hard on your weight, you want to at least make choices that maintain your weight. You don't want to take, since January to lose 14 pounds and then go on vacation and gain 12 pounds. That just doesn't make any sense. So there's always choices, though. There's always things on a menu. There's always things on a cruise or an all-inclusive. It's just making those choices. it's just like trying to do the right thing, and then within reason, and enjoying what you do that's not right, and bless it. You can change the energy of things just by blessing the food. So you can make it, we can do a separate video on how to bless and change the frequency of food. That's a really nice thing to know how to do in a pinch. Okay, well, I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.